to, yeah, let's say 400, 444. A few things to say. I think first would be that I was working right now, and I was thinking about the autism, the things about the medical things that I have, and I think I have come to a very interesting kind of analysis. It's like that I don't think I actually have autism, but the thing is that like my brain has been operating a little bit differently because of how I perceive the world. For example, like I have very cursed vision of truth, and because of my childhood I've been raised in kind of fear and kind of acceptance that I have to be what other people say, and I kind of limit myself to challenge that, the opposite. So I kind of like grew in this suppression in a sense. I was on catalyst, but like also like because like these truths, like basically there's like this trait. It's like when I'm told to do something, like I have very strong inclination not to do it because of how I was raised. Because when I was younger, I was told to do a lot of things, and they were in like very negative connotation, and then I did them without willing to do them, and then I got negative feedback. So it was like, I think for these first years for my brain kind of left a scar that like if somebody asks me to do it is because of their own sake and not because I want to do it. So it's like already a negative connotation. Then it's like I don't really think that it will be like worthy of putting an effort. So I think it's the second thing. And then it kind of like, because I also never challenged it because I was suppressed by these thoughts, I never challenged it, and now what resulted being 20 years with this kind of mindset, that even when I tell myself to do something, I cannot because it kind of feels fake, you know. And then like I don't see the purpose. Like I might see the purpose and I might see it very clearly, but in spite of that, like my brain still finds an excuse not to do it because I just don't feel like it, you know. And that's something that I haven't dealt for a long time, and it grew into a big habit of mine. And now I'm really struggling to get to fight over it, because I'm very fresh to trying to fight against myself, and myself has been like this for a very long time. So what else is that, like these truths, you know, like this is one of the things what's influenced by it. For example, when I talk to a person and I mention some things about myself, they might not be true the next day, you know. And this is what really like fucks me up in a sense. Like when I tell something to myself, it means that it might change very soon, and especially because I told it, and I told it as I believed in it, there's a high likelihood it will change in totally the opposite direction. And this has happened especially because like recently I've been the most conscious about my existence. I think right now I've noticed that a lot of people struggle understanding me, and myself included, because of this trait, you know, mainly because of this trait. There's also obviously other things, but like this is like the biggest catalyst of all the sub catalysts, let's say. So imagine having this kind of brain for like 20 years, you know. Wow, maybe I didn't have it for 20 years, maybe only for a decade, maybe even less, but like the point stands that like I have been like this for a long time. I think even before I was together with my ex, and I was together with my ex for 5 years, and then I am already alone for like more than 1 year. So you make your own conclusions, but what I concluded is that obviously it will fuck up what kind of person you are and how you perceive the world and how you perceive yourself and how your brain operates. So maybe that's why, because I have never dealt with it in the moment that this kind of thing arose, yeah. And because only right now I'm starting to notice these things consciously, not only noticing them, because I have noticed them before, long before, but I kind of ignored them. Or like escape them, and right now it has, because I'm fighting, I'm kind of noticing that I'm not fitting into, as you would call, a normal person's mindset, and that's why a lot of people I talk to, and especially the closest ones that I have to me, say that I have very strong autistic inclination. So yeah, but I wouldn't like because I have attended a psychologist when I was younger, like a school, like a children psychologist, and like also like medically I haven't been diagnosed with anything before, and my parents also haven't noticed these things when I was younger. The thing is, like, when I got a little bit older, like I really distanced myself from my parents, especially closest ones. Like I was friendly with them, but I was not showing myself, like my true self. And I think that's why nobody has really picked up these kind of like inclinations that have been growing for a long time, and right now they're at their peak. And I think if I wouldn't have started dealing with them, or at least noticing them consciously and acknowledging them, it would even grow further, and who knows, maybe I would even develop something more. But as it stands now, that I already have drifted so far away from being a normal person, having a normal mindset, that's like I cannot physically or biologically even maybe perceive truth as it is, and like I cannot be a person, like I cannot be a personality, let's say. Like I can, and I am usually a personality when I'm among people, and that's obvious. Like that's, I think, maybe the most normal thing that I have. But it can be different every time, and especially when people like say the labels on me, or like I don't know, tell me who I am, or like how I am. I'm always like have two reactions that like result in the same result. For example, like I either accept them, well, yeah, that's me, like I want to build on it, and then in the end, because I kind of like forcing myself to build on it, I'm doing the opposite, or I'm rejecting it, and that's why I'm trying to reject it, and kind of trying to prove them that it's not right, but not also actively doing it. And sometimes it results that I'm actually proving, like changing, or that I'm not, because usually I'm procrastinating much more. Like I have a higher inclination to not do it, even if it's like kind of contradicts this telling. It's like, for example, it's like if I'm telling myself to do something, I might not do it because I'm telling myself to do it, but if I tell myself not to do it, I might not do it because it's just less hassle. And then it's kind of like this kind of the only time my brain and myself agrees on one thing is like, oh yeah, let's not do it. So in that sense, yeah, it's kind of the same outcome. That's like I always like kind of when these game labels, let's say, come into my ears, especially from other, like when they're discussed without me being present. When I specifically encountered a person that talked behind my back, let's say, I have a very strong tendency to try to prove them wrong if they send something bad about me, and then resulting in being as even worse, or like trying to prove who they actually thought I am, resulting in again making it worse. So it's always like for the worst in the sense. And when people say that I actually a lot of good things, like they really stick to me, because obviously my brain really likes to receive praise. but like it really drains me in the sense that like I get very overconfident in my skills, and that's why I have struggled in the work right now. Because I'm way too overconfident all the time, because I always see other people working and I see that like I could do better, like much better, and I get overconfident over myself, you know. And then other people tell me it's like, oh, I'm actually doing very great, and it's like blah, 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 blah. And then in the end it's like I'm also growing overconfident, and then I like kind of like not make the issue like mistakes on purpose, but like they're subconscious, you know. They're like very like I don't do them on purpose, but they are caused because like they are caused with a purpose, you know, with the catalyst, and this catalyst is receiving praise or receiving like negative input. But like mostly also, like right now I'm talking about overconfidence, so it's probably praise. Even for myself, like when I'm comparing myself with others, like I see it's like, oh, I can do it better. So then I kind of have this like kind of relaxed moment. It's like, oh, I'm probably working better than that person, and in the end, like I'm stop growing, you know, like I stop caring. So resulting that I'm starting to be lazy. I'm starting to be taking way too easy everything. I'm trying to be very slow and very like working much worse, you know. Yeah. So. Also, like just to quickly capture, like it's already lunchtime. I'm recording it in different setting right now. You are in a container, and I'm standing next to the container, talking inside. From now on, I will not have driving videos, because from the last video, as it turns out, I don't have any rights to drive anymore. The details I have explained in the other video, I think. I hope at least. But yeah, in the end, the boss got so like kind of upset that I did it, and like because it had like a very strong like kind of like already resentment, not resentment. No, that's a very strong word, but like doubts of giving me to drive because of the incident that happened half a year ago, more or less. But because nothing happened, and I said it's like, oh yeah, I'm much more safe now. Like my boss allowed me to drive, and because of that scrape thing that I scraped the bus side, my boss kind of like said like, not to me, but like in their head probably, like I knew it. Okay, so now it's like a pattern already. So it's safer for a business to not give max driving, which I totally respect and appreciate. Like in a sense, I appreciate it, because it's professional from their side, and I think it's a right decision. But I cannot choose not to be upset about it, because it is upsetting, and it just shows that I'm also like losing trust and respect from other people, specifically from my workplace. Which, if I will fail to repair the containers efficiently and productively and qualitatively, I think I might be fired. That might happen. I don't really think it will happen. Again, I'm very overconfident even in the lowest points of my life. But I'm confident I can do a great job. But again, right now I'm being extra cautious about how my thoughts operate, like specifically right now, because right now we had like a meeting with my boss and my teacher from my school, and I didn't want to record the video, but in the end I started thinking about how my brain operates, and it's like, oh, I cannot lose these thoughts, you know, I have to record. So then I started kind of dumping more from a good perspective. From good side of things that happened recently is that Diego, I haven't taught his name before, but my roommate that I value a lot has been very good to me. Like he's also struggling in his work right now, not like I would say even much more than I am, because he's blamed for everything and he's disrespected openly. But yeah, we are there for each other, and like kind of try to deal with these kind of problems together. So in that sense, there's strength in in the fact that we're staying together. Like struggles unite, not only enemies unite, but also struggles unite. So that's one good thing. And the second good thing that in a week I'm actually accepted to the Vipassana course, for 10-day course. So it will be very intensive meditation course. I think I already talked about it before. So I really look forward to it and see if it will change me. I don't really think it will. I have hopes it will. I will try to be as open as possible to grow and take this technique as a powerful tool to grow. But I'm also a little bit skeptic, but that's normal because that's something I have never tried it. And but I have full kind of faith that the technique is righteous, and why not try it, right? And if it helps, and I really hope it will, then I'll probably record the video right after it, or like well, not much, but like a little bit later. But that's pretty much about it. I already have to go to lunch, so see you later. 444.